Glorious day to you, my friends. Yakatara hana aso ukuchoroto. Welcome to day number 44 of Being, Blissful Existence, Illuminating and Nurturing Grace, Niarata. Hisohokotoru unanororata. Where for 144 days we are spending time with our inner being, gaining wisdom from spending time with it. We're chanting. We're breathing. We're letting our awareness focus on the breath and the chant so that everything else can go away, so this wisdom can be here. The imagery they gave me at the beginning was we're spiraling up this great pyramid to the edge of the matrix. We're poking our awareness through the hub of the dharma chakra, this wheel of joy, and we're using the Eye of Providence to view reality from a divine perspective. And since we're using the spiral, we're spiraling up, we're using the golden spiral, and that's based on the Fibonacci sequence. And so for the first 55 days, we're chanting Om Mani Padme Hum, using the Mala of Joy. And we are releasing our attachments into our roots, into this physical nature, and getting our nourishment from this physicality. And we're placing our roots in spirit, in our heart center. This benevolence within to get our true nourishment. And for every day, we're chanting 144 times. Well, 108, we're doing Om Mani Padme Hum. So the other 36 for the first 55 days is Om Ah Hung. Om for the wisdom. Ah for the emptiness, and Hung for the union. We are this wisdom in the emptiness. Today's day number 44. And 44 is a master number. Has to do with the archangels. So that's really what we're going to talk about today. The archangels. In our humanness, and mainly angels and archangels they're in many cultures. The ones based in Christianity and in Judaism, there are 7 major archangels: Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Hamuel, Jophiel, Ariel, Iskatuku Utukur Sandalfon, Atakaski so Toro Ushka Huatoro Takatira. Uriel, Kisatur Yoshohatara Takarisa. There are 10 angels, they just call them angels, but they're all archangels of the Kabbalah, including Metatron for guitar at the top, Raziel for Chokmah, the angel of wisdom, Zedkiel, the angel of loving kindness, Chamuel is the angel of compassion, Jophiel, the angel of joy or the angel of beauty, Haniel, the courage, Interestingly, in Christianity and in Judaism, two of the archangels, Sandalphon and Metatron, used to be humans. Ezekiel used to be a man on earth and a prophet, and he ascended into heaven. A chariot came down and picked him up, and that's where we get this Merkaba from. This fiery wheels that are made of seraphim, yata'ara, sochara, tatitura, and Metatron's cube. This is where we get our Merkaba from, and the Star of David that's inside of Anahata, this yin and yang, the two intersecting triangles, which is similar to the Star of David in Judaism. And Metatron's cube is supposed to have many, many pieces of sacred geometry and wisdom in it. Sandalphon used to be Elijah, the prophet, on planet Earth, and he ascended to be Archangel Sandalphon. We have archangels, the watchers of the four directions. In ancient Persia, they had this, and Sumeria, this idea of the four royal stars, where Aldebaran in the east was the watcher of the east, and later on, Archangel Michael was associated with this star and being the watcher of the east. And in the south is Regulus in the constellation Leo, and Aldebaran is in the constellation Taurus, and Raphael is associated with Regulus and the watchers of the south. In the west, the Antares in Scorpio and the Archangel Uriel are the watchers of the west. And then Fomalhaut in Australia Spicini, the big fish at the foot of Aquarius, drinking all the water that is poured out by Aquarius so that the earth never floods again. So Fomalhaut and Archangel Gabriel, or in Islam, Jibril, who happened to be the angel who announced to the shepherds that the Christ child will be born, and he announced it to the three Magi kings that a new king will be born in the east, in the west. They had to go west. So archangels are major angels that are supposed, that their job is to interact with humanity. Other angels are of higher orders and do other things in service of vibration, energy, heaven, God. And as we as humans, we're calling on the angels and the archangels to help us along our way, to provide gifts, to alleviate sorrow, to help intercede, to go to God and higher beings to help us along our way for famine, for rain, for food, for abundant harvest. And each of these angels do have their properties, and we can take time to get to know them. I like to just stick with the name, although there are many people who are channeling great pieces of information about all these archangels. To me, the name says it all. That's it. We don't need to know any more about them. Michael, he who is like God. And Jophiel, the beauty of God. Do we need to know anything else? So here's this angel that helps us see the beauty in the planet and in life itself, which then brings out our inner being, which engages in life. She helps us raise our vibration by seeing the beauty. She has many, many more gifts than that. When we elevate our consciousness into this Vijnanamaya Kosha, Niyaraska Atakuryo, we can tap into these higher thought forms. And when we align our vibration to a much higher standard than we normally have as a human, that we elevate our consciousness and we can start to see other things in this reality. Start to see, start to hear, start to know. And when we elevate our consciousness sufficiently, we can see angels walking around. We can see deceased people when I go to a cemetery. When I focus, I can see the people hanging around. Some of them actually like hanging around there. They're not stuck here. One of my gifts is to call out incarnated angels. Is that I'm interacting with somebody and all of a sudden it's just overwhelming. I feel an angelic presence and I have to go up and talk to this person. And we see if they understand that they're an angel. We see how the conversation flows, and if it's open. There was one time I met this guy in the village of Mount Shasta, and I'm sitting there talking to him. I go, "You have amazing energy. It's angelic in nature." He goes, "You're not the first person that told me that." And I go, "Well, it's true." And he was telling me about what he was going to do here in Mount Shasta, and I just gave him short, sweet advice. I said, if you're here for any kind of training whatsoever, these humans can't train you, okay? Because you are already listening to your heart and acting from your heart, just like an angel does. Okay, so no human is going to be able to understand that and to train you. So keep listening to your heart. You do the things that your heart is telling you to do and bring forth the energies. At the beginning, it's just energies. Later on, once they start to understand the energies that can come from them, then it's start to perform the miracles. My good friend Rebecca, within 5 minutes of meeting her, I'm sitting there going, I really like your energy. This is why I came over and wanted to talk to you. And we're just sitting there chilling, and music's playing, and we're just popping our heads, and I'm just going, they say you speak light language. And she goes, yeah, but nobody knows that. And I go, okay. And they go, and then I start speaking to her. And then she responds back in the exact same language, in the exact same intonation, the same accents on all the words, and we both start laughing. I go, that's the same language. And then we're sitting there just, that moment passed, and we're just sitting in each other's energy. And they're saying you're a seraphim, which is one of the highest orders of angels. They are made of fire. And their only job is to sing to God. That's their only job. And she goes, well, let me tell you a story. When I was 15 years old and I was in a Pentecostal church, nobody knows this. And I'm sitting there out in the audience, and the pastor calls me up on stage. He says, you, come up on stage. You are full of the fire. Come up here and share your gifts. And so within 5 minutes, Spirit had her called out. She speaks the same language, and she's a seraphim, and I see the beauty and the joy that and when she's singing, she's just, hallelujahs just come out. Part of who she is and why she's so amazing. There have been many, many, many other angels that I've been gifted to run across and see and talk to and interact with. When we elevate our consciousness enough, then we're working with the angels because we understand the flow of energy in the archangels. And the archangels are just guiding the other angels. And there's not really a lower order or higher order, okay? They're of service to God or consciousness, love, benevolence in different ways. That's it. They're helping guide and lead the lower angels to do their work. And when we reach a certain level of consciousness, we're also helping and guiding the angels. Okay. I speak several angelic languages, basically whatever language they say to come through. And it's only when angels need to hear it or when people need to hear messages from the angelic realms. I didn't give a translation for that. And when we elevate our consciousness, it's interesting. When I sit in my lotus of awareness, I see all the energy. I feel all the feelings. I see things pass through. Just this flow of awareness, of everyone's awareness. And it's really interesting. And when I'm sitting with God, it's a different experience for me. So I'm sitting, I go up to this dark void area, and then I just start feeling at peace and at home, and I'm sitting in the fire of God. To me, that's an image of my mind, that I'm sitting in the fire of God and dwelling with my fire and God's fire. But when I do that, it is so peaceful. I feel at home. And this image of the fire around me, God's fire around me, is just peaceful to me. But I think it's interesting that I see the void out there when I'm sitting with God, and when I'm sitting in the lotus of awareness, I see the flow of energy. So to me, one day, my inner being will reveal to me why each one, here we go, get this hand on screen too, why there's a difference. I don't need to know right now. So to me, when I don't know something, I don't need to know it now. It will be revealed, shrishti, it will appear, that knowledge, that wisdom will appear when it's necessary. I don't need to know it right now, and nobody I'm interacting with needs to know that, so that information hasn't come through. And still, even when I'm with somebody and they ask that question to me, if I don't get the answer, guess what? They're not meant to hear it from me, or they're not ready to hear it yet. I don't press it. I'm just going, I don't have an answer for that. But then I'll jump into, well, maybe when you meditate, that you can ask that question and get it. And maybe you can ask it at night before you go to bed. And then when you wake up, maybe you'll have more insights into it. Because when we open our eyes, first thing in the morning, we are more open to receiving those messages from spirit because we're waking up from a very relaxed state and we remember our dreams. There's just so many things that are abundant in that state. Now, to me, the difference between angels, archangels, and other higher dimensional beings of the same level of consciousness their alignment of service. Let's put it that way. Their angels' jobs, as far as I'm concerned, are to promote God, promote love, promote goodwill, promote well-being, all aspects of what each of the Sephirah in the Kabbalah represent, different aspects of the manifestations of God. When we think of the idea of God and the miracles that come from it, which isn't so far off from the Hindu devas and the gods. At the beginning, we think that they're individual gods and they're individual aspects, the Hindu gods, the Hindu pantheon. But they're all aspects of ourselves. Once we raise our consciousness to a certain level, we see that they're aspects of us. This Kali, this Lakshmi, this Shiva, Rama. Iska Atura Utakaras Uta Ganesha, Hanuman. We talked about Hanuman the other day. There are so many. Indra. One of these days we'll talk about Indra's web. They wanted to for several days now. We'll see when that happens. Because that's how when I'm sitting in the lotus of awareness, I see it like a web and energy shooting across it. It could also be like the internet. Some of the videos that we see online, the memes of light traveling through cables. Energy. And as we connect more into it, we can sit here in our humanness, but when we breathe, and we slow down our mind, we occupy our mind with our breath and a chant, or relaxing music, or practice a little bit of yoga, and then into restorative yoga. Restorative yoga classes are simply amazing. When the teacher leads it, you find new ways to let go and to relax. And if you got that and a sound bath, and then if you're especially treated with multiple bowls and multiple people playing and various other sound type instruments, chimes and rain stick, didgeridoo, subtle drumming, maybe even hang drums, gong, drumming. They're all amazing aspects of shaking up blockages or gently releasing blockages, helping us to shine our inner being more easily, more fully, just relaxing. Just like Reiki or any other energy work, that the energy is going to work to a level that we're ready for. As simple as that. Okay, so we'll get back to the archangels. And although each of them have a name and a different aspect, we can call on them, we can communicate with them. Starting tomorrow, we're going to invite in conversations from higher dimensional beings every day. We'll see when we stop, if we stop. And we're just going to ask that they are of a higher level of consciousness than we are aware of. And that they are as aligned or more aligned than we are. More benevolent might be a term that we resonate with, but it's about alignment. And we can communicate with beings that more are aligned with our joy, our soul mission, our soul path. Our interests are an easier way to think of it. Because sometimes when we think of soul path and soul mission, it's like, I don't know how to do I feel so much pressure when thinking about these things. So we make it hard. So let's make it easy. Let's think of it as, oh, these are the things that excite me and bring out my joy. So yes, my people, my guides are going to resonate with that. They're not going to try to correct our behavior. They might say, hey, you'll get more success if you do it this way. But it's just you talking to you. Maybe while looking in the mirror, who knows what it is that's going to help bring it out for you. But these archangels, we associate them with benevolence and miracles and being able to do things that humans can't. I mean, if you're the watcher of the East, come on. And many people use Archangel Michael and his sword of truth to cut through their cords. Many people call on Michael every day. Michael, yep. Raphael, if you're a healer, Raphael is working with you. Uriel, the light of God. God heals is Raphael's name. And Gabriel, for messengers. He's coming to talk to me. He's trying to tell me something. it's just like, okay, when I need to know, you'll either just show up and tell me and I'll hear it. But these subtle messages, no, they're not working. So we got to find a better way to communicate. Okay, Gabriel, Jibril, and it doesn't matter who you resonate with, whether they're angels, archangels, guides, extraterrestrials. Doesn't matter if you believe in those things or not. Interestingly, I can see people's lineage. I can see people's past lives. And especially when they're presenting them right here. And you can see, oh my goodness, you're Lyran. You are as Lyran can be. You've incarnated here. You're a hybrid. You're a starseed. However you want to call it. Some of them actually, it's just like, no, you're starting to have lion features. Okay, you have to have a lot of Lyran DNA in you to have those features come out. I can always tell Lemurians who are reincarnating here. They have a certain look to them and a certain presence to Lemurians. Atlanteans, they're a little bit different. And one time, I was in a cafe with my buddy Dan. And we're just looking around. It's just like, Dan, 3/4 of the people here are aliens. They're extraterrestrials. He goes, really? I go, what do you mean? Nobody's acting like a human here. And then you go, look over there. Look at that table. There's an Arcturian, Yael, and he goes, yeah, I see that. Look at that. And I go, yeah. This is an alien hangout. However you see it is what matters. And when you're communicating with somebody, maybe they see it that way. One of the questions I ask before having this type of conversation with people is, do you believe in aliens? And most of the people I talk to say, yes. And that opens up the can of worms or the interesting conversations. And we find out, when they're doing their thing and I'm going, that's more of a conspiracy than an actual truth. Okay, but how you resonate, it's exciting you. So maybe it'll lead somewhere for you. And then when they say, well, yeah, is that a conspiracy? I go, no, that's true. That's a fact. Okay. And whether I know it as a fact or I start channeling right then and there is a different story. But again, we're back to archangels and connecting into our joy, our interest into spirit. Whether it is, 44 is also about our divine soul mission and asking our angels to help guide us towards, along our soul path, our soul mission. Our life of joy is the easiest way to see it. How can we see more joy in our life? How can we bring more joy into our life? Today is Thanksgiving in the United States, where we spend time with family and friends, and just we're thankful for, it's a harvest festival, so we're thankful for an abundance of food. Everybody always makes too much food or brings too much food, so everybody's overeating or having leftovers for days. But it's a great, great holiday, and everybody has their own traditions around Thanksgiving. And even though it's mainly in the Americas festival, but being grateful and grateful for food, family, friends, company, conversation, laughter. How can you beat that? You can't. You can't. Anyway. Whether you believe in angels or not, or archangels. Let's meditate. Let's do some breathing. Let's ask our inner being, and whether we see them as angels and archangels, agents of benevolence, ideas of service to humanity through goodness. It doesn't matter if they are actual angels of God or just inspirations for us to be a better person, to bring more joy and love and compassion to the world. One person at a time, one moment at a time. Let's ask our inner being what it says about. And again, if that felt like it's pressure or a daunting task, let's just breathe and relax. as we settle in, whether we lie down, whether we sit in seated meditation. Settling in, easing in, relaxing. Allowing the flow. As we begin to slowly lengthen and deepen our breath, as we focus our awareness on our breath, as we listen to the sound of our breath as we breathe in, as we listen to the sound of our breath as we breathe out. As we are aware of the temperature of the breath on the in-breath. And we're aware of the temperature of the breath, the difference in temperature on the out-breath. As we feel the rise and the fall of our chest as we breathe. As we feel how it feels to breathe in. As we feel how it feels to breathe out. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart center. For in our heart center is the home of our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire and brightens our already bright light. Shining through the debris, the obstacles, the frustrations of life. Naturally shining through them. And our holy fire is the holy fire, which comes from the highest source of consciousness. Because we are the highest source of consciousness. Where there is no ego, is no me. There is no individual. There is only total acceptance, which is the respect of free will, which is unconditional love. No conditions. All love. Only love. One love. And let us take this pure holy fire from our heart center and move it down through the chakras, purifying the ideas in these lower chakras and the energies, moving it into Manipura, purifying our ideas of our will, purifying our ideas of desire, purifying our ideas of want, of joy, of inspiration, allowing the holy fire to purify. Let us move this pure holy fire down and into Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra. Purifying our ideas of water, purifying our ideas of our emotions, balancing our emotions, harmonizing our emotions, not from any idea of right or wrong. Purifying our ideas of creativity, purifying our ideas of self, of who we think we are. Harmonizing our emotions. Let us move this pure holy fire down into Muladhara, purifying our ideas of support, purifying our ideas of foundation, purifying our ideas of fear and doubt, stabilizing, harmonizing, purifying, moving this holy fire down into Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra, our roots into nourishment, purifying our ideas of nourishment, moving any of our roots that are ready to be moved from earth-based physicality into our heart center, into spirit, allowing them to do so now. And sending this holy fire down through the root system, down, 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 deep into Mother Earth, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving her a great big hug, purifying our ideas of the earth in this physicality, and bringing back her grounded love and wisdom with the gentle reminder that we all are, including Gaia, We all are the highest source of consciousness. We all come from the highest source of consciousness. We are not made of this earth, this physicality, nor are we made of the water, the fire, the air, nor are we made of the space in between these elements. That we are spirit. We are this holy fire. We are the highest source of consciousness. Now let us bring this idea of physicality and earth up with the holy fire, unifying as we come up through the root system, unifying with Vasundhara, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, raising this unified energy into Muladhara, unifying with Muladhara, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, raising this elevated consciousness into Svadhisthana, unifying with Svadhisthana, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, raising this unified energy upwards and unifying with Manipura, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, raising this unified collective consciousness and unifying with Anahata, our heart center. Harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding our heart, mind, and heart consciousness, elevating this unified consciousness up into Vishuddha, unifying, purifying Vishuddha, purifying our ideas of sound, harmonics, resonation, purifying our ideas of Akash, of the space in between the elements, and all other ideas of Akash. Purifying our ideas of truth, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding this collective consciousness, rising up this unified energy into Anya, the third eye, purifying our ideas of intuition, of insight, purifying our ideas of light, purifying our ideas of illusion, purifying our ideas of wisdom, purifying our ideas of separation, unifying, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding this awareness, this collective consciousness, ascending this unified collective consciousness into Sahasrara, the crown chakra, the lotus, purifying our ideas of consciousness, purifying our ideas of attachment, purifying our ideas of thought, unifying this collective consciousness, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, unfolding all the petals to this lotus, expanding this collective consciousness, elevating this unified collective consciousness up into Vyapini, the soul star chakra, the goddess who is everywhere, purifying our ideas of separation, of everything, purifying our ideas of spirit, purifying our ideas of inviting and allowing, of nurturing, purifying our ideas of sustenance, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, unifying with everything across all time, all distance, all dimensions, all locations, realms, dimensions, any idea of separation, unifying, aligning, allowing awareness to simply be, expanded or focused, does not matter. Inviting in and unifying the ideas of Rita, divine order, divine timing, the order of the universe, cosmic order, dharma, the flow of the universe. The way. Inviting in and unifying with the ideas of vikara, change, universal change, divine change, synchronicity, butterfly effect, action, karma, inspiration, inviting in and unifying with all ideas of shrishti, creation, appearance, emanation, whether it's divine in nature, magical in nature, conscious in nature. It simply appears or is simply created. If we don't know, it's okay. Harmonizing. Stabilizing. At peace. Shanti. 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 Simply an awareness. Simply being. The invitation to start out with one Aum. Simply Om stretched out into its three sound components. Ah for the heart. Oo for the root. For grounding, for savoring, for internalizing the vibration of Om. The invitation to chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times using the Mala of Joy. And the invitation to transition with Aum. After a few breaths on our own, I will invite in one Archangel for you to converse with, experience, spend time with, receive blessings, healings, wisdom, whatever it is that you need in this now. It does not matter whether you know who they are or not. They bring protection, they bring love, they bring support. We have already set our intention. So after several breaths of this experience, the gentle reminder to transition with eyeing, simply aim, stretched out into its three component sounds. Ah for the heart, E for the crown, Ing for resonation with everything. The invitation to chant Om Ah Hung 36 times, and the invitation to close out with Aying. And a breath in for Aum. And a breath in to chant Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. Om
Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Padme Hum.
And a breath in for Aum. Aum. as we invite in one Archangel to come. If you have a specific one in mind, please invite that one in. Trust, ask that the Archangel needed in this now, for where you are in this now, to come forward. Maybe you'll experience a color. Feel the color. Maybe you'll see a face. Maybe you'll know them. Allow yourself to receive. What it is that you need in this now, in this receptive state. As we thank this Archangel for sharing a few more breaths. Whether they stay or whether they go. We thank you. And a breath in for Aying. taking a breath in to chant. And a breath in for Aying. Aying. Stay here for as long as you like. Maybe even pause the video to spend more time in the energy. When you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 44 of being, blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace. 100 more days to go. I invite you to journal, write about your experience. Did you feel an angelic presence? Did you see someone? Do you know who it was? If you received the color, certain colors are associated with each of the archangels. A deep blue is Michael. Green is Raphael. Pink is Chamuel. Purple or violet is Zadkiel. Kasuukutur Ishkatatar Jophiel is more brilliant, joyous yellow. Ariel is an orangish yellow. Utur Ushkana Huturu. Haniel. Kasuukutur Ushatotorieta. I see a soft blue. And Raziel is more of a silvery color. It doesn't matter what color you saw when experiencing the archangels. If they came in with a name and you saw a different color, it's totally okay. Write it down, because maybe that color meant something for you. What did you think? Maybe leave a comment. Do you want to continue this? In the meantime, I thank you for sharing in my highest bliss. And shine on from your inner being, with your inner being, as your inner being. And make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else? Isa atkanahasitara hisho utukuro tarata. not doing anything. Uturu ukanatoreta. So I'll thank you for